Hi everyone, here we are with the third issue of Insurance Talks. Today, to share his valuable views, we have with us Mr. Amar Joshi, Head Emerging Businesses, SBI General Insurance. Hello, Mr. Joshi, we are glad to have you on this episode of Insurance Talks, a special episode to embark Insurance Awareness Day falling on 28th June 21. To start this episode, here's my first question to you. You have been in the field of insurance for very long and would have seen a lot of changes and evolution in the industry. What is the biggest paradigm shift that you have seen in the general insurance industry?
Shefali, thank you and appreciate that very relevant and important question. While over last more than 2 decades, we have seen multiple paradigm shift, but the one that we are facing now, and if I have to choose one, it's paradigm shift in the digital adoption by the consumers. Technology was anyways playing a disruptive role in driving digital adoption, and the whole process has been accentuated because of COVID. So from a digital adoption point of view, there used to be consumers called traditional, not so highly adaptive, and modern, very highly adaptive. Because of unfortunate pandemic, this divide has been broken, and everyone is now highly adaptive of digitization and technology. Why? Because people had to do it for survival. You have to sit home and learn to order groceries online, and so on and so forth. So I think everyone is highly adaptive of digitization. Everyone has learned to do it, and now they want it even more. And that's not going to be restricting just for pandemic scenario. Even in business as usual, life as usual, consumers want more and more digital adoption. We have also seen this digital adoption in internal customer and external customer. By external customer, I mean the real consumer who is buying risk coverage or who is buying protection. The internal customers are the distribution partner, because ours is a distribution driven business. It is the distributor who reach out to the consumer most of the cases, and even they have shown tremendous adoption of digital. So today, digital is not an option. That is the paradigm shift, and everything has to start with digital in mind. With this, we have also seen that consumers want everything easy, fast, and flexible. And that can be delivered only and only through digitization. So this is the biggest paradigm shift that GI industry is going through at this stage. One example that is very popular is that you are about to board a flight, you are at the airport, waiting for flight announcement to happen, and you just realize that you've not taken your travel insurance. Few clicks and you get your policy in your mailbox. So there have been many such instances which are an exhibition of digital paradigm shift in digitization that has happened. And as insurance companies, we all have gone back to drawing board and put up product pricing processes, not just at the acquisition stage, but servicing stage, and most importantly, the claim stage for the consumer. Across the stages of interaction with the customer, there has been a paradigm shift in digitization, and what otherwise would have taken years to be digitized have happened in terms of months. So the biggest paradigm shift that we are going through right now is the digital adoption by the consumer. And I can tell you that insurance industry, GI especially, have really done a phenomenal job in taking care of this need for the consumer, which is also reflective in the figures from the industry. Some good growth last year, and this year industry has been growing over last year. So I think the digital adoption offered by the industry and embraced by the consumer is also visible in the growth that industry is registering year on year.
Thank you, Mr. Joshi. That was a wonderful insight. And that brings us to the next question. What, according to you, are the emerging trends in insurance that can be considered for customers' convenience?
Uh, this, I think, has some kind of a nice linkage to your previous question, Shefali. And again, I would want to give the answer in terms of technology adoption and the technology advancement, because there are a lot of emerging trends in the industry driven by technology that can be leveraged for improving the customer experience and serving the customer better. But before that, let's understand what is the shift in the customer's behavior. I think the customer is far more evolved. Today, he has access to information 24 by 7. He reads, he compares, he does research, he reads about companies and products and services on social media. Somewhere, if the rating is available, he sees the rating, he reads the comments, and then he makes his decision. So, customer is far more evolved. Customer is willing to do it himself and not seeking assistant. And customer is responding very well to technology. And as a result, few technology trend can be used very effectively and very smartly to deliver better convenience to the customer. Let me give some examples. Chatbot and voicebot, extremely effective. Good technology is available, good adoption is available, and the consumer is very comfortable. He knows that he's dealing with a bot, but it's a non-intrusive way of dealing from insurer's side, from the manufacturer's side. He's happy to chat. He's happy to type and get an answer. He's very comfortable listening to a voice bot and get his queries done. There have been some fantastic trends where you have a bot calling the customer and guiding him through the entire journey while he's traveling the digital journey. So I think chatbot, voicebot is one very powerful example of leveraging a new technology trend to offer better convenience to the customer. In addition to that, AI and machine learning have some real use cases that can be adapted for customer convenience. Let me give an example. Making very relevant and contextual offering to the customer. One size does not fit all. So basis data and basis artificial intelligence, we can customize the offer to the consumer and we can offer something which is far more meaningful, relevant and contextual to the customer. Not just at the acquisition stage offering a customized or relevant offering, but even from an underwriting point of view. There is a lot that we are planning to do and the industry is doing where large part of your underwriting can be done by machines. And there are algorithms which are available which will keep learning, and the entire underwriting process and the decision making can be done by technology trends. And look at the convenience it creates for the consumer: speed, accuracy, quality of response, and consumer is very happy with that. So I think these are some of the offerings. And just one more use case of AI and ML driven analytics that I would like to highlight is also cross and upsell to the customer. From a GI point of view, we have an opportunity to offer multiple products, whereby taking care of his multiple risks that happen over a lifetime. And even when we want to engage our relationship with the customer stronger over multiple products and multiple protection through cross-sell, upsell of the product, I think technology is really enabling in making it far more convenient to the customer. So these are some of the emerging trends through technology that I believe can be used to improve the convenience for the consumer.
Thank you, Mr. Joshi. That was indeed the emerging trends in the consumer convenience. And that brings to the last question of this set. According to you, how much does a brand play a role in terms of insurance buying decision?
Oh, a big role. Shefali, brand plays a very big role in our industry for various reasons. Number one, this is about risk coverage. Customer wants to transfer his worries to us as an insurer when he pays the premium, and he wants to sleep peacefully. So trust is very important, and hence brand plays a very important role. Second reason, these are very long-term contracts, from 1 year to many years to lifetime renewal. Our health insurance policies can be renewed as long as the customer wishes to renew them. So considering the long-term nature of our business, it's very, very important that there is a solid trust build, and trust build is done by brand over a period of time by consistently living up to the promise that has been made to the consumer. And this is not one area where one is looking for less or least or cheapest. This is one area where one is looking for the best or adequate or most optimum protection. And he doesn't want surprises when he makes claim. And these are the reasons why this category is built on the foundation of trust and trust and trust. And that's where brands which have been consistently delivering the promise over years are the ones who are preferred. So brand plays a very, very important role. In fact, I must mention here that while we knew this, but we also had an agency doing a research for us, which reiterated this profound fact. And basis that we did a rebranding exercise of our company approximately a year ago, where now we have a tagline with our brand SBI General Insurance, and we say Suraksha or Bharosa Dono. And both these words have come out very sharply from consumers' feedback that trust is something very important, Suraksha and Bharosa is very important, and brand has a superior role to play. And needless to say, brands are not built just by advertisement. Brands are built over a period of time only by consistently delivering the promise made to the consumer. So yes, brand plays a very important role, must play a very important role.
Very well said, Mr. Joshi. And that brings us to the next set of questions, which is the rapid fire round. And in this rapid fire round, I'll be throwing some questions at a fast pace, and you are also requested to answer in a same pace in a 1 or 2 words. So here's my first question. 3 words you associate with insurance.
Suraksha, Bharosa, and SBI General.
Wonderful. And the next question is, at what age did you buy your first insurance?
I think I was about age 24 is when I bought the first policy.
And which product was it?
It was a life insurance policy that I bought on the day next to my marriage day.
We come to the next question. The most important product in current situation.
Well, I would say 2 and not 1. First of all, it's not appropriate to call any insurance product as less important, because all risks are, worthy of being protected, and all kinds of insurance products are necessary. So nothing is less necessary. But what's more necessary in current times, what pandemic has taught us, is adequate health insurance and adequate life insurance. They were always important, now even more important.
True, very true, sir. And that brings us to the last question. Hypothetically, if you are in a situation wherein you have limited monies and you are given a choice to buy only one thing, and the options are a health insurance or a 80% deal on travel, which one would you pick?
Well, the answer is obvious. I will pick health insurance, and I will try and make sure that I always remain healthy. So I should not be needing to make a claim out of my health insurance policy. But just in case I need to make claim in an adverse scenario, my health insurance will pay for it, so that I will survive a very long time to avail many more deals of 80% discount and travel more often.
And that brings to the end of this episode. Thank you so much, Mr. Joshi. It was lovely talking to you, and we look forward for many such interactions soon.
Thank you so much. Pleasure was all mine, and thank you for having me here.